Today we're going to be making a foliar feed for our turmeric plants, and this is one of the major ways that we apply fertility to our cropping system here in Hale, where we get a lot of rain. And because we get a lot of rain, applying immense amounts of fertilizers to the soil directly actually ends up getting leached by the decomposition from the weathering. And so we're going to prepare a kind of a compost tea blend in our backpack sprayer right here. And it's one of the most powerful ways to apply fertility to the plants. And so we have various ingredients that we use. One is called effective microorganisms, or EM1 for short. And this is just a great kind of catalyst for all the other nutrients that we're going to apply in this mix. The next one is a liquid fish emulsion, or a fish amino acid. And basically this is a broken down fish guts mixed with molasses. And this provides nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium to the plants. This one here is an extract of comfrey leaf. This one has a bunch of micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, and potassium as well. And this one is the lactic acid bacteria, or LAB. And this one's really great, and again, as a catalyst for the plants to absorb all the nutrients that we're applying and for them to be able to access more of the fertility that's already in the soil. And so we also have a little measuring vial that's going to help us determine how much we need. So, to make it, this is a 3-gallon backpack sprayer, and so it's going to eventually have 3 gallons of water in it, and so all the ratios that I'm doing are applied to 3 gallons of water. So I'm going to put in about 10 milliliters of the fish amino acid. This is the one that smells stinky, but it's got a lot of power. I'm going to apply the same amount of the comfrey leaf extract, 10 milliliters. And also 10 milliliters of the lactic acid bacteria. And 10 milliliters of EM. And what's amazing about all of these amendments that we're adding to the water is that a little goes a long ways. Even using less of than what I did here would achieve a very similar result. And so the power of foliar feeding is that you can use a very small amount of fertilizer, apply it directly to the leaves, and you're going to get a lot of output as a result of that, because the leaves are going to take it right through the stomata, right through the leaf surface, right into the plant, and be able to access it almost immediately. So all we need to do is add water. And if your water is high in chlorine or fluoride, you might want to get something to counterbalance that, because the plants aren't really going to like that. And you want the pH of your water to also be somewhere around 6.5 to 7. Our water here is tested and it's about at 6.5, so I'm pretty happy about that. At the farm, we try to spray our crops, especially in the beginning of their life cycle when they're in the seeding trays and soon after they're transplanted. And the goal really is to try to spray them at least once a week. With our fertility system here, where we're not applying a lot of fertilizer directly to the ground, we need to find a way to apply fertility, especially in the early period. The best time of day to do the foliar feeding sprays is as early in the morning as possible. And the reason for that is because the stomata of the leaves are open at that time, whereas during the middle of the day it's so hot and the leaf stomata are closed, so they're not going to be receptive to the foliar feeding we want to provide them. Hitting them at least once a week, they respond to it immediately the next day, and you see them growing faster and faster. And then once the plants are established, they have a nice leaf cover, they can do enough of their own work at getting the nutrients they need from the soil and photosynthesizing with their leaf power. It's also very important to try to get the undersides of the leaves, because the undersides are also very receptive to the foliar feed. And if I was applying any organic approved pesticides or insecticides, they would be the most effective on the undersides of the leaves.